Hi, I'm Sam Patterson, and today we're here to talk about programming on the iPad. In order to get started with coding, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the things we might ask our students to do. And we're going to start at code.org/learn. That's their tutorial page. You're going to find they have a wide range of tutorials available. We're just going to start with the very first one, and it's going to look like this. Hi, and congratulations on committing to learning enough code to maybe bring it into your classroom. Today we're just going to get our feet wet. We're going to look at the first tutorial at code.org/learn. And right here on the splash screen you can see the description of it. If you click on here you'll go to a different lesson. Let's stay focused on this one. You can see that this has angry birds in it. There's also some plants and zombies, friendly figures. It's meant to be fun. And you'll also see that it says you're going to learn about repeat loops, conditionals, and basic algorithms. Don't worry about those right now. What we're going to do is we're going to experience them and allow this tutorial to kind of explain them to us as we go, because it's the kind of thing that makes more sense once you know what it looks like. So we're going to jump right in by hitting go. I recommend watching this video, but we're not going to watch it together right now. So I'm going to click out of that. And here we can see on the screen the first set of directions. One of the most important things about coding is my students have to constantly read the screen. So I'm always asking them, did you read the screen? How do I do this? Did you read the screen? Read the screen. It's an applied literacy exercise. Just another reason to love it. Here the red bird, who looks fairly angry, asks me if I can help them catch the naughty pig. Stack a couple of move forward blocks together and press run to help me get there. It tells you, step by step, what to do. So you read that, and then you actually have some more helper blocks here. Drag a move block, snap it below the other block. So it just tells me to drag one, so I'm going to do that first. Hit run to try your program. I hit it, and the bird moves forward, apparently crushing the pig into a poof of dust. And says, congratulations, you completed puzzle 1. You just wrote 2 lines of code. You click show code, and while you were working in Blockly, and you saw that it had those little cutout pieces to help it fit together. That's a physical syntax. You're also programming using JavaScript. So this shows you what it would look like if you had written those 2 lines of JavaScript. They're just 2 move forward lines. And it says move forward, that's one word, but the F is capitalized. Parenthesis, parenthesis, semicolon. Do you need to remember that? No. Is it interesting? It is. And as you do more and more complex coding, keep looking at that JavaScript and see how it changes. You're really just paying attention to how it works and what the tutorial shows you at this point. So what I want you to do is go ahead into the tutorial a little further and we'll check back in a bit. Here in lesson 6 we see what they call a repeat or a loop. So you're going to use this block and it says repeat 5 times do. What move do we need to do 5 times to finish this course? We need to move forward. So instead of having 5 move forwards, we just have these 3 blocks that say when run, repeat 5 times, move forward, and we click run. And we can see that hopefully I've done this right. And indeed I have. The pig is nervous. The pig is vanished. And that is a repeat. So you can see that especially if you needed to repeat it 25 times or more, that repeat loop allows you much more concise code. So there's this idea in computer programming about having elegant code. So you're not doing a lot of manual repeats if you can put it inside of a loop. What kinds of things might a computer need to do that need to be inside of a loop? One of the things that we find often in applied programming is if you have a sensor, you need a loop to tell it to continuously to check whether that sensor has been tripped. So let's get back down into it. Enjoy it. You're going to do several different things with loops. See what's easy. See what's challenging. Here in lesson 10, we get to a repeat loop that says repeat until you reach the pig. So it's a conditional repeat loop. You've introduced a condition that when you reach the pig, this repeat loop will stop. But until then, this repeat loop will continue. And that works out great if you have them pointed in the right direction. But if you don't, then your program will get stuck. In lesson 12, they switch it up a little. We've gone from the world of angry birds to the world of plants and zombies. Here you can see Now we've got a path that has a lot of repetition in it. Sometimes for my younger students, I have them draw their finger along the path and say out loud what movements the character needs to do so they can find those repeated patterns. Sometimes the students will hear them more easily than they'll just see them on the page or on the screen. So now you're going to use a conditional loop. And what movement or set of movements is your zombie going to do? Let's see what you come up with. Here in Puzzle 14, they introduce the if statement. So we're going to actually test and see if there's a path to the left, then we're going to take that path. Otherwise, we're going to move forward. So check out Puzzle 14. It'll walk you through it. And pay attention, because you're going to have to do this on your own next time. In 15, you're asked to use the if and repeat blocks together. And this is really the same thing we ask our students to do. We give them tools, we let them experiment with that one tool, and then we join those tools up with other tools. This is how you're building essentially your lexicon of programming, or understanding the very syntax of the language. What are the things you can do? You can structure repeated events. You can structure conditional events. As each of these concepts is introduced, there's one of these helpful videos. This one's about the if-else statement. Check it out. And when you're playing the game, if you want to revisit those videos, they're right down there in the lower left-hand corner, underneath your preview window. Spoiler alert, don't look unless, hopefully you got this. I think this is right. Let's check it out. Wow, gotta love the sound effects, right? Highly engaging environment. Here in Puzzle 20, the challenge is to just add 3 more blocks to help them navigate this complex maze. I think you can do it. Check it out. Good luck. And we'll check you back next time as we check out Lesson 2 from the Hour of Code tutorials. In this lesson, you should have a decent idea about what a repeat loop is and what a conditional is, so that if-else statement or if-then statement. And that's a good starting point, because you begin to get some idea as to what code can do. We'll see you next time on Programming in Primary.